Son of a gun while you running, sunshine you bustin'. Don't even have shades on, can't see nothing. Hitting everything moving but the target. Long range in danger when you run out that cartridge. He ain't even pull up to valet yet. That's okay. Ice cold Bishop will park him. It's a ice cold shipment floating under the dock bridge. Longshore hustle, first one to dock in. Just created by cons, con created a monster. Local astronauts turned me into a mobster. Original, can't be cloned. Walk the studio like the yard, circling the ism. I got a holy blessing from God. Everybody catch a feeling. Let the hurt and pain wash away their forgiveness. Never get watered down, can't wash away the realness. Get a bowl, ice cold at the park, watching my children.
Politicking, most of us are politicking. Politicking, most of us are politicking. I'm outside.
I'm Brian Poli-Dixon. I'm an artist based out of Miami. Came down here to bless BD with a little genius. So genius is my branding. So the last two letters of genius are US. So it's us. So I'm not calling myself the genius. I'm calling it, we all have that genius inside of us. So I'm pushing people to either to find out what that is, or if you know that, take it to the next level. So you always see me sign my pieces with genius attached to it. So with my genius characters, I'm trying to capture someone's frequency, like their soul, like what's special about them. That's why they all like their abstract style like that. Abstract is my style, but you know, so are personalities. So that's what I'm trying to capture on this, is everybody's uniqueness. You know, this is like when you take the mask off, this is what's inside you. When you look in that mirror, what's special about you. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish with these. And everybody has to relate to each piece individually. You know, this isn't like this means this. It's more of the branding of genius is what this means. So you got to tap in and find out like what that means to you and find out what genius you connected to. So this is an original idea I came up with a few years back. It's the hype cloud. So basically it's a play on the word hype, right? So hype is most of the time seen in a negative way, but it's only negative if you don't deliver. So basically when I group them all together, it's kind of like a storm. So it's like this storm of hype coming in. You have an event coming up, you got a game coming up, you're getting all the attention, you're getting the hype, that's a good thing. Now you want that attention, now it's your time to go and deliver. So it's the energy that comes in before the game, before the storm, before the event, all that you want. Now it's, you know, it's your time to deliver. So it's basically holding you accountable to that. Put your money where your mouth is. Okay, so if you guys want to follow me, it's brianpoli-dixon.art.com is my website. Socials, Instagram and Facebook, Brian Poli-Dixon Art. Holla at me so I can get something on the wall.
Mr. Dixon, you know what I'm saying?
Poli-Dixon.
Brian, what up, man? Welcome to the show.
What's happening?
Yes, thanks for coming in, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely played for UCLA, the NFL, man. So many accolades, man. Talk about it, man. Let us know.
Well, I mean, UCLA is where I met BD. So I played football over there in 97 to 2001.
Okay.
Had a pretty good career. Had an opportunity to go to the league. Got hurt at the combine. You know what I'm saying? Spent about 5 years in the league jumping around. But it was all right. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Then got into art, man. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm on that.
Wait, I'm sorry.
I'm also blown right now.
Wait. So you got hurt during the combine?
I got hurt at the combine.
Yes.
Yeah.
So also too, maybe I'll tell y'all a little bit before.
Yeah, breakdown.
We're here.
We need context.
Yeah, we need to know the context. We see a lot of stuff.
So I'm from Arizona originally. Okay. So went to UCLA. I went to UCLA not only for football, but I wanted to be in the art program over there.
There we go.
You know
All right.
So that was a big reason on why I wanted. It wasn't to be like a painter though, how I am right now. It was to be like in branding, marketing, media arts, advertising, in that space. You know what I'm saying? And I figured like after football, if it didn't work out, at least I can also leverage being in LA.
Right.
Leverage networking.
So that was a big reason. So then when I went to school, they sold the art program to me. I'm not talking shit. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's the art program. Went over there, and then when it was time to declare the major, then I couldn't do it because I had to have all my classes before 2:00. Because we practice in the afternoon.
Right.
So now they practice in the morning, so it opened up a lot more things.
Okay.
That's a big thing to talk about because I always say that too. Like I wanted to be a business major, but I had to change to be sociology so I could fit the basketball schedule because I went to school for basketball.
But aren't you a student athlete?
Yeah, right. I'm a student athlete, but it's more like athlete student.
Right. Well, then that's what I used to say. People like, now we athlete students now. At least I was because at UCLA I wouldn't have got in there unless it was for sports. Not that. And at the same time, though, you still have to qualify. There's still a higher level of education you're gonna have to still qualify for to get to UCLA compared to some other schools.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I used to say, I'm an athlete student. You know what I'm saying?
How about your start? What do you have? An artistic family? What planted the seed for you to start
Honestly,
doodling?
I feel like in certain situations, people are like born into what they are. You know, you're born an artist, you're born an athlete, you're born a salesperson. Now you got to like understand that, find your genius if that's you.
Right.
We'll get to that, but it's like, then you have to recognize that about yourself and then take that situation and explore that. I mean, obviously the best people in the world at what they do are also the hardest workers.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, it was one thing that was always in me was being an artist, being a creative, you know what I'm saying? As a kid, taking all the classes. I mean, not any kind of like, I have a rhyme or reason or agenda. Those are the things I gravitated towards. You know what I'm saying? So like it was funny not funny because my grandfather passed away, but when they cleaned, my mom was down there cleaning out the house, stuff like that, going through his stuff. I remember he used to always interview my sister and I when we were kids. I was like 8. My sister was 2. He'd be on this little microphone, like, hey, doing interviews. Like, what you want to be when you grow up? I got it on tape too. You know what I'm saying? I got it digitally now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do something with that. But so I want to be an artist and a football player.
Wow, made it happen.
I ended up being both of them. But
Right.
I didn't start playing football till like my junior year of high school.
Wow.
I was running track, playing basketball, soccer, doing all that.
All right.
So that kind of put me on that path through school. And then when I couldn't do the art major, I went with history. It was gonna be history or sociology at that point. I went with history.
You hear that? History of sociology.
See the options, like
with a lot of my
God.
homeboys. We all history buffs.
Wow.
But so then it kind of like put the academic side of the art on. So that kind of that's a trajectory change right there. You know what I'm saying? Not having that. You know what I'm saying? So then I was playing ball. Academic side, I really wasn't invested into it because with the history degree, it's just you learn the story. I'm not going to be a teacher with that. It's good for art now for me because now I can incorporate history and how things are, how things happen in life because art mimics life. You know what I'm saying? So I am kind of like a history major now at this point. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm
connected.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm doing like that piece I just did on the wall today, you know what I'm saying? That marks right now.
Right. There you
You
go.
know what I'm saying? So we stamped right now. So regardless, we got the content, we got the moment. That's stamped now. You know what I'm saying? So
Let me ask you this. How about your style, man? I'm looking at the characters and I never really seen characters put together like that. How'd you develop that style? And because it seems like anytime you see something that looks like that, you think Brian Poli-Dixon. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that. And as an artist, you're trying to find your language.
Right.
You spend, I think they said like the average artist takes like 5-6 years to find their language. You know what I'm saying? So the genius, I take a lot of notes. I'm constantly taking pictures. Like people that know me, I'm always tapped in. Like everything is always a source of inspiration, potential. It don't matter. I come in here, I'm looking at the lights. I'm over there some Rain Man. You wouldn't know it, but I just come in looking. You guys are creative, so you get it. But the average person, I'm looking at the room differently. So so I was doing a painting one time in my house, and I was doing this character because I've always been doing characters when I was a kid, and it's like it's my own characters, and so I was kind of going through some notes, and I was like, I came up with. I didn't come up with it, but it was that's genius, right? I just kind of put it in my notes. That's genius because I felt like it's something that people use all the time. It's doesn't have like an error to it. You know what I'm saying? There's reasoning behind that. So I was looking at the character, and it was a self-portrait I was doing, abstract. So I just put on the top of his forehead, genius on it. You know what I'm saying? I made it to professor, so I put a chalkboard behind it, and it's like me kind of giving a lesson, and I put like a lesson or words attached to it on the background of the chalkboard, like I'm giving the lesson.
Right. Okay.
So that was the birth of Genius 2017.
Wow.
So that's one painting I'll never sell. So I got that. It's in my house right now. Everything else is for sale. Actually, there's 2 paintings I won't sell, but that painting, that's number 1. So I put a print out. So that's my first print that I released. That's done really well. So I was very strategic about that.
And how are you defining what a genius is?
Well, I think that's for everybody else to define for themselves. You know, that's why I put the us on Genius. So it's Genius, GENIUS, but I highlight the US on it because I want it to be about us. It's all encompassing. I'm not saying I'm the guy. I'm the genius.
Right.
I'm saying we all got that genius.
Yes.
Yep, to spark other brains, help them think outside the box, for sure, for sure.
So it's like I want either to find out what that is for yourself, or if you know that, take that shit to the next level.
Exactly.
Share that with as many people as possible.
Right.
So that's why I appreciate y'all having me on too.
Not a problem.
Definitely. Can you tell us like how, like, when did you get that eye? Because like I know like what you're saying, because I'm creative, I do things, and I see things different too now. Like I can't even wear a plain t-shirt because I make t-shirt, I design t-shirts.
Right.
So
It's different now.
it's different now. That's how, so I see it different. So like I see this guy, he got a plain t-shirt. I'm like, ugh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
or let me do something with it.
Yeah, it's like because t-shirts to me, it's like it's saying something, it's expression, it's making a statement. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
A statement.
that's perfect. So like,
Steve Jobs was wore a black t-shirt.
yeah, you know what I mean? So like for you, like how you were saying, like how you see things different and stuff like that, and you see and you just absorb it. When did you get that? Like, because I know that's like a, you know what I mean? People don't know, like when you get it, you see things so differently, like, you know?
I think that's a good question. I don't think it's one of those things that you go like, aha, like I see it now. I think it's a progression if you open. You know, so I think that I've always just kind of been open. So it's like people are always like searching, like, where are my blessings? Where's my hookup? Where are my opportunities, my inspiration? I'm like, I'm looking around like, damn, that shit is everywhere. You just ain't looking in the right spots.
Right.
So I did like, I went back home and I did like a student summit where I talked to these kids. It was like 1,800 kids that came in, high school kids, and we had to break up into these little like TED Talks in a sense. So I played some little like games with them because I already knew what they was gonna say. They were young kids, you know what I'm saying? I've forgotten things you haven't even learned yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we went on that. But so I made a thing where I brought some original artwork and I put them in manila envelopes so they couldn't see them. And each class I did it to where like I gave them a bio of me and a picture, right? I had them sit down with it as I brought them in.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm like, all right, so we start off. I said, I want one person to read this out loud. Who want to come up here and read this out loud for me? I knew no one was going to want to do that because I know I didn't want to do it either. You know, so but the thing was in the back of my mind was not back of my mind, but they didn't know was whoever does that gets a free art from some free artwork.
Yeah.
So in each class, it was 3 girls that did it. It's funny, but 3 girls did it each class, and then I gave them like, all right, so since you did that, you took a step. It's an opportunity.
Right.
You don't know what this was here.
That's real.
Asking you to come up, take an opportunity right now.
real.
If I put it up there and said, who wants to read this out loud for some artwork? I would have done it. You know, so it's different now. You just don't know when it's going to present. So you got to change your mind on that, on like what's around you and the opportunities that are around you.
That's very important. I'm glad you said
Absolutely. Well, can we talk about that draft day?
There wasn't one.
Well, it was a pivotal point in your life, though.
It was a free agent day.
All right.
It was a free agent day, and it was a bad one too. To be honest with you, you know, it was a life-changing moment for myself. You know, so you know, because going through college, I had a pretty good college career.
Yeah,
you know what
the
I'm saying?
name rings still. Like, right.
You know, I'm still in the books and stuff like that. You know, and I was supposed to be one of them guys. You know, and you know, I had some injuries. You know what I'm saying? Dislocated my shoulder my senior year. We had a mediocre season. Numbers wasn't really good. They projected me like in the 5th round. I think my junior year I was projected in the 3rd round. But so then I moved to Florida, and I was training at the Chris Carter Fast Camp.
Yeah.
So I was out there. I was training. We was locked in, and I was with a lot of other guys out there doing our thing. And I mean, you know, they come out there, they couldn't tell who was who as far as athletically. You know what I'm saying? So I felt good going into combine. I was in shape. I was ready to go, and ripped my leg up running my second 40.
Wow.
I think I ran like damn near 4.4 4-4-3 on the first 40.
Yeah.
And then second 40, leg pop.
Wow.
And I had pulled my hamstring before, but this was serious. Like I didn't walk for a couple weeks. And that was that day right there was life-changing day, you know. So my leg was never the same since then. You better off breaking something than tearing something.
Yeah.
You know, so and then running wide receiver, you know, with a bad hamstring like that. So then at that point, all my personal workouts were canceled because I couldn't run. Pro day, I couldn't do pro day. You know, so all these things that kind of already stacked up on me, like now were magnified more now, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so then I ended up going free agent. I slipped out of the draft, and then I ended up going free agent to the Chargers. And then from like the first day, I was pretty much like walking in there like with my leg, you know?
Right.
So, that didn't work out. Eventually that didn't work out. And then I went back to LA, started training again with Coach C out in the park. And with a bunch of guys, NFL guys, people know who Coach C is. And started getting some shots again. You know what I'm saying? So I signed with, I think the Niners after that. But now I had to sign the rights to my leg away.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm signing the contract. Like, all right, we're going to do everything, but the leg, we ain't signing off on the leg. So then obviously it was an injury. Also mentally, that's a lot. Also, if you're not like top of the food chain, you got to scrap for yours, and I'm on a bad leg. You know what I'm saying? So it just was a lot. It was a lot.
Let me ask you this. We all have bad days, guys, girls, everybody included. You know what I mean? What did you do to turn that negative into a positive to get you looking in the right direction?
You know, I don't think it was something that I like did this. Because I always have a good mindset. I'm always a glass half full person.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? So even when the shit hit the fan, it's like you can't pick and choose when it's, you know, supposed to be this way or not. You know?
Yeah.
So you either believe that and stay the course or you don't. So, but I think it was just more of me finding something that filled the hole.
Right.
You know, because as an athlete, especially when it gets snatched from you, I mean, even if you're in retirement and you go out in the rafters, you're still looking for something.
Right.
Yeah.
So when it gets snatched from you like that, it's even like a deeper hole.
Right.
That shit hurt. Man.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit hurt. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie. That shit hurt. So I think for me, the switch was just finding what I was passionate about again. You know, tapping back in because then after like the league didn't work out and it's all about the bread. You seen your homeboys make money. You sitting over there like, damn, it's supposed to be me
Right,
too.
right.
You know, and so then like when you're getting into that corporate world, it's a little bit different now.
Right.
So now I'm over here like, do I chase the money? I was like, oh, now I got to go chase the money. And I'm going after down paths that I don't really feel good
Different
about.
rules, different, the
I
way
can
they
put
communicate
myself
is
there,
different.
but it
Right.
don't feel right, you know?
Yeah.
So then I kind of tap back into what I was good at, what I liked, what I enjoyed, and when no one was around, what I would do by myself, you know? So I got the personal training, did that,
Important.
you know? So I started up, and then I was helping people, got back in. I could be physical again. I wasn't watching football. That's for damn sure. I didn't watch that shit for like 2 years. And after that, but so training, being physical like that. Obviously, playing receiver in the NFL is different than playing tennis at the country club,
Right.
working out, doing a little CrossFit. It's just different. So I could do all that still at a very high level. So I still felt like my physicality was good. So I got my training situation with that, and then. You know, then I got into art, and then that was like really what filled the cup on that. So now it's like I feel like everything put me to this moment now to be on this wall right now.
100%.
We're on here with y'all right now. It's like it's all because now I'm like let's see, 2013 you won't find a painting dated before 2013 on me. But I feel like that's like 11 years now. So I feel like now I'm just getting started on this joint.
Wow.
Are there any artists out there that really inspired you?
All of them. I mean, but I'll explain. But because I'm open to everything, I'm constantly, even if it's terrible. Because when people like in the art game too, it's like everybody doesn't like something. Well, damn, you might be onto something. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's just the masses all like something, people are gonna jump on coattails all the time anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't even like the shit. It's everybody else like it, so now they like it. So they look at it different. So art is more about like reception too, and like the packaging, like the marketing. I mean, obviously you want the work to be good, but I'm just saying you could take some bullshit and you just package it the right way and people gonna eat that shit up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, but like if you care about the craft and you're genuinely passionate about it, it feels different. You want to put out a product that you feel good about.
Right.
You know, so.
What about the craft? Like, do you give yourself homework? Do you practice? Like, how does an artist get better?
So I think an artist gets better by, number one, being dedicated to what you're doing. In anything, if you want to be successful in anything, you got to be dedicated to it, right? But you got to put the hours in, because I got shit in my brain right now that I can't get out through my hand yet.
10,000 hours. Yeah.
So I'm past that.
Yeah,
you know
right.
It's like that's how you got to. If I need to connect my brain to my hand. So that's why I got to put the hours in. Now there are things. Sure, drawing an apple 100 times in a day or throughout the month. Nobody wants to do that, and I'm not doing that. That ain't my lane. But for what my lane is, I'm painting like it's a job though too.
Right.
I'm not waiting to get inspired and then like, today I feel like painting something. You know, I came over here. I didn't know I was doing this. I hit BD up about a different little situation with the wall over here. Then came back and I saw all this. Walk around, man. See what you want to do. So now I'm over here thinking now. But I came over here 3 days. And, I got, I'm on, doing my time over here. But this is important to me.
Right.
So so I treat it like a job. So not painting every day, but I'm in the studio every day. I got a big spot. It's inspiring. It's like this in a different way.
Nice.
So I'm in there, and if I'm not painting, it's just I'm inspired. I'm also too. Like I said, I'm taking pictures constantly. I'm looking at this, looking at angles, looking this up on YouTube at night, watching art, how to spray paint this.
Just a student.
Because I love it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I love it,
and it shows. It shows in your work. So I'm thinking like I heard you from UCLA, you got the relationship with Barron. So with UCLA, the family is good, everything would. Can you tell us about like the recruitment and like after?
I want to know about the parties.
You know what I'm saying? After you got injured and how they, still
looked after you.
Looked out for you.
All right. So because
you're still wearing some UCLA stuff.
Yeah. My boy Coach Foster over there now. So I'm diehard Bruins. So when people ask me like, "Who's your team?" And they know I'm from Arizona. You the Cardinals? Nah. My Dolphins? No. Nobody. I like sports. I love sports. Right. But my team is UCLA.
Right.
I chose to go there. When you go to the league, it's just kind of business, and so it's just hits different. And like people in the league who play and stuff like that, you understand. Like when you talk about your college and your high school, it just hits different.
Totally different.
So
we talked about that a little bit earlier. We talked about like high school. Right?
Yeah, we did. My man got inducted. Yeah. Congrats on the induction.
Just the feeling of it, because he's been inducted too, so he can understand just the feeling and pattern. And we was talking about how so much is just different from professionalism.
Yeah,
being a pro.
Right. So, definitely. Yeah.
So, but so now that the homie over there, Coach Foster, it's the Foster era now. So he's doing a good job of like. A lot of guys want to come back now because also too when he was there we were winning. When BD was playing basketball too, we was winning. It felt different at the school. Right now we got a lot to work on right now. We just moved conferences, stuff like that. But so he's bringing that around. So there's a lot of guys coming back. So this weekend was great.
What are your thoughts on name, image, and likeness and the kids getting paid?
I think it's a good thing. I like Ramogi Huma and. I can't remember who else was on it, but that shit started back when we was in college back then. So they were pioneering for that way back then. So to see it come to fruition, and to see it now is great.
But you don't feel like damn, because sometimes I feel like damn. Damn.
Well, there's a lot of damn. You could say like how much money they're getting, how much we didn't get. They're doing too much now.
It's
a lot. But I like the fact that the kids can make money now. You know what I'm saying? Now I think there has to be some kind of at some point some regulation over this.
Yep.
Because if you got Phil Knight like it's an open-ended checkbook. Sorry, everybody from
Oregon got
they got unlimited.
Is that Phil Knight?
That's Phil Knight.
Phil
he
Knight.
opened up the pocketbook for him.
Yeah, so I mean, if you
about to shave my beard, tight end.
That's what eligibility level. Hey, they got some old cats right now. Like you see the dude like 30, 37.
I did see that. I did playing college.
What?
Yeah, they coming back, man.
Where he at?
I don't know what school, but you go.
Get your bread.
Colorado State at 32 years old, kicker.
And the kicker.
He's the kicker. He's
man.
Perfect.
And kicking is at an all-time high too. Kicking like from 50 like it's nothing.
Right?
You would actually have to kick. Like, you can't just,
I'm saying.
Watch out,
bro.
And take
That's crazy.
Hey, you got more like the putt and the chip game.
That's right. Golf team.
Come on,
Yeah.
man. You know, you can kick the ball too, bro.
That's right.
I mean, but man, hey, so we love you being here, Brian. Also, we just want to know, like, if you could tell us, like, a backstory as far as like when, like, your first painting that you made, like how you did it strategically, like how'd you come up with that? Because, like, see, a lot of people don't know how to think ahead, because like you said, you was doing the art, and when they came and recruited you, the art sold you. Right. Like, you had a lot of schools after you. Right. You was definitely sold after in high school.
He had a calling, right?
Yeah, you had choices, and you chose UCLA, and
because
like,
I would feel like how many people in your direction from being an athlete go into this lane.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for you, it felt like you were like that first one of navigation in that route.
Well, I feel like people. Because also, like, with art too, people like to make a narrative around something because they have to package it for other people to understand it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't live like that. You know what I'm saying? So people like to say, like, for me, like, oh, you went from an athlete to an artist. I was always an artist.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I started playing football late. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me to be on that trajectory mentally, I've been on that. You know what I'm saying? So it just felt natural when I had a calling to, like you said, to UCLA, and I'm seeing all the opportunities and the art and UCLA prestige and all this stuff like that. So that shit felt good. And nothing was going to keep me in Arizona anyway. So, you know, but that was a main thing with that.
You was tired of the heat.
Yeah, true. Well, now I'm back in the heat, though. I'm in Miami. So,
that's a little bit. That's a little bit better. No. You talking Miami?
Nice heat right there.
Hey, you got the ocean over here
and the water.
Hey, but a funny Baron, not even a funny Baron Davis story, because watching Baron in college was dope,
right?
Yeah,
and it was like, you know, same year in the same school and that situation, right? So, and he bashing on people, you know? It was exciting, you know what I'm saying? And the whole squad. I mean, I'm friends with a lot of guys from the team, you know what I'm saying? Barnes and, you know, this is a lot of the homies over there.
It's like y'all had like good camaraderie between football and basketball. Like that was love.
Yeah, it was love. We was at the same bar. We had our own bars. Football, basketball bar was Madison's.
The parties was sick out here. Everybody getting along. Oh, it's lit.
And then Jay-Z wore Baron's jersey.
Yeah, sure did.
He came out, it was like, just
Right.
Yeah. That was dope. But it was a good time. But thing is, though, UCLA is such a smart school, though. So it's not like on the top of the party list like that. It's just LA, though, is a different monster.
Right.
It was LA, and then that time. That time was cracking.
Dublin.
That time was cracking.
Right.
It was a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like
sushi just came out. Edamame was free. D.D. Reed's still rocking.
D.D. Reed's was there, see?
But it was $1. Yeah, it was literally $1 for the ice cream sandwich. So I was the other day, I was like, what is it, like $6 now? I mean, I don't know what it is, but
it's OD inflation.
But even just I don't even understand. It was like they were selling crack over there, like, you know, taking over the block because it was so cheap for what you got.
With the cookies.
Yeah.
Come on with a bag. Straight up. D.D. Reese, what's up? Holla at us.
Right? Still rocking.
So what was your big break as far as artists concerned? I mean, who broke the
me
broke the door? There you go.
Me. Because, you know, I'm consistent. Not when I say me like that, I'm saying me because I'm tapped in, and I like to surround myself with people like you, other creatives, other situations in a genuine way.
Right.
Not like I want something out of this. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to dip. I'm not over here like I just asked BD, hey, can I get a picture real quick on the thing? And he was like, yeah, no, hold on now. Okay, get you on the podcast. We got to get a video. Johnny out there taking the pictures and stuff like that. So it felt like authentic and it felt real, not like just come hit the wall. All right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so, but it's so with that mindset, it's always like, what's next? Because when you finish a painting, I finished that. It's like, what's next now?
Right.
I'm on to next now. You know what I'm saying? Now, how can we build too?
That's right.
That. So it's like, it's constantly like you get a little step, couple jumps. Step, couple jumps. You know, because you know, I'm grinding out here. You know what I'm saying? I do pretty well in my art. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple other businesses I do too. But this thing right here is dope because
I just like to, for myself, to see how far my art could take me.
That's right.
Brings me in over here, brings me over here, and like that pride to be on the wall, like that's something that all artists like, that end moment.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's now I'm leaving. Now it's got its own life. It's
That's
with y'all now.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that feels good, man.
Oh,
So,
You got into like digital art?
yeah, I've been messing with the digital art. Well, you know, they had the NFT whole.
Right.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts
that
on the
was-
NFT? That's a good question.
Look, on the artist side of things, I hated it. Okay, absolutely hated it. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Because like for me, even like the physicality of painting. Now I do digital stuff, so it's not like I'm over here like disconnected from what digital art is. You know, and I'm just hating on digital artists because I feel like there's a lot of amazing digital artists that don't even get enough credit, and then they finally got their credit when the NFTs dropped.
Right.
So then it was like, all right, welcome to the table, digital artist. So that part I liked. But the whole like you buying a rock for $1 million and this and that, and it's all like 20,000 of each one, and this craze of all this people acting like they like art,
Right.
when it wasn't about the art. It was about the utility attached
value,
to it, the
yeah,
status. Now I bought this, and like this little one up on you, almost like you popping bottles at the table.
Right.
You know, so that's the part I didn't like about it. You know, so for me to say now this has nothing to do with crypto. I'm not hating on none of that crypto, nothing like that. But as far as the digital element of art within NFTs, I didn't like it. I'm glad to see it's gone because you couldn't even go out to even eat. People and I couldn't even talk. Like, hey, you talking about NFTs tonight?
Wow.
Hey, let me know if you. I'm not hating. Do your thing, but I'm gonna sit this one out.
My thought on it was an issue of governance. How do you stop somebody from copying and pasting, or like how do you govern that entire ecosystem and continue make it safe for everybody to
Well,
make
I think
money?
it's the blockchain, right?
Well-
So I think it's supposed to be encrypted through the blockchain. So that's how like you can have your like number specific number attached to that one. You'll be the only one. So if you put that like on a hard drive, you lose it. It's gone. You know what I'm saying? If you had the actual, you know, but yeah, I mean, but there's going to be a lot of, with anything, you put something out, people are going to be the same the same people who put that out were smart enough to do that. You got the same people on the other side trying to break that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not saying I'm like anti NFT. You know what I'm saying? I'm down. I have NFTs, you know, but I just like the physicality of painting is different. You know? But I've done digital stuff, you know what I'm saying, with neon work and stuff like that. So yeah, that's fun too. I'm open to anything though. So
Well, that's definitely good to know because I remember when that NFT was coming, everybody was.
It was
How many NFTs you had, Johnny?
oh, I know BG was heavy too.
Hey, we still got them. You know, so and my thing was I'd be like, because they was all getting them and stuff, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, and I'm sitting there just waiting. I'm like, all right, and I said, then I said I wait like a month. You get some money from it, man. Please, y'all not about to get.
I'm glad
me,
I
man.
sat that one out.
Yeah, I'm glad too because they was definitely trying to get me, man.
It made you feel bad too.
I was
over here
right
like, am I
there.
tripping?
Cause they was making me feel like I was missing out on Bitcoin or something.
Right.
Like so, it was like a thing.
But
so
if
they
it
made
hit,
like that.
we'd be over here like, man,
Right.
I try to tell you.
Right.
I try to tell you.
Man, I was like, that's the only thing. I was like, man, I'm glad I kind of missed that wave anyway, you know. So
It's
but
gonna go
also
back through.
like for you, because I know you've been doing a lot of stuff and a lot of people. And like gatekeeping is a thing for just like any type of stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, how do you feel as far as like gatekeeping on art and also like teaching other people?
Well, I always, you know, it's like death to gatekeepers, right? But at the same time, I'm not giving you this on my links just for free. It ain't like that either. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be authentic, genuine. We got to have something, and then I'll open that up to you. It's not like you go off the street, you just say, hey, you can go up, you know, like it's not like that. But there's because I feel like I lead with giving. I don't lead with what you can do for me.
Right. Okay.
So I come from an authentic place with that, and it's genuine with that. So I feel like if people lead with what you can do for somebody, it's just naturally kind of like there's some synergy there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good synergy.
And then if you don't get it back, you can't be upset because you didn't have strings attached to it anyway.
Exactly.
You're not attached to the outcome at the end of the round. Yeah.
You know, because let's say if I came over here and banged the wall, I got what I wanted out of it anyway, and I wanted like from the artistic standpoint and the blessing the homie standpoint.
Right.
I didn't come over here like, well, hey, if I do that, then I'm hoping that BD. No, it wasn't even. It's not even like that. I was ready to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know, so yeah.
Well, that's good, man. And that's all I say. I would say, man, I know this guy, he went to
Yeah, USC. Fight on all day.
Okay,
Yeah, it's all good.
That's
You can say it out loud.
No.
All right. Okay.
Let's not be disrespectful.
Yeah, don't.
So listen.
You gotta check Dr. Brown's degree.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
And it's gonna cost you. We can check it.
Right,
Just bring your wallet.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
we Bruins over here.
Yeah,
Bro. You
okay,
already know
yeah.
how it goes. So that's the thing about it, which we love, with Baron, because he bring people in. Everybody says the same thing as far as like business, and I like how he has it to where he don't want to just be known for basketball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it shows with him, you, other people that he bring around. It's not even about
Yeah,
basketball.
everybody.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like with you,
right.
we didn't even know you played football.
Right.
I mean, no,
I
I'm
knew
just
you played
saying, like,
football.
we
Right, no, I know what
knew,
you're saying.
but I'm just saying, like, you doing
Well, we
art.
find
You
Johnny
like,
at
right.
the-
you know what I mean?
What's-
So it's just like,
As his shirt has BG. Okay.
What?
But he don't want to be known as a basketball player.
Well, no.
no, I'm saying Baron, because
Yeah,
he's
They want to be more than a ball player.
he
Right.
want to be known more than just a ball player,
Right,
and it's
right.
showing because it's business sense and stuff like that, and
Well, that's like when people go out, it's like, oh, you play ball. Like, I mean, obviously that come with it, but even when I go out for myself, though, oh, what do? I don't even talk about football.
Right.
I don't even talk about sports. It's become obviously I'm 6'5", tall black dude, but they're gonna assume,
right,
they
right,
come out,
right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying,
right,
but.
right.
It's not. I don't lead with that. That's not me. It was part of me, but that ain't me.
Right,
you know what
right,
I'm saying?
right,
And like,
right,
so
right.
that's why, like, when people, when the whole like narrative of football player, athletes, or artists, like, don't box that to package me to make it
right.
sound better.
I think that's special for a lot of young people to hear because they get so tied into the sport they forget the whole person.
Right.
And when we talk to professional athletes, they always talk about who they are beyond the game. Whether it's not something to fall back on. It's just who are you if you're not playing this game? You know what I mean? If you don't have that part figured out, it's going to be a struggle when the game is game is over.
And you should do for the young athletes out there too. It's like you should lean on the people around you now while they care about you, while you're in that situation. Because when you get out, it's a whole lot different ball game if you're not connected to like what you really love for yourself. So it's like, I mean, my advice would just be like too is like to lean on people around you, like mentors or people, because like it's one thing like when you talk to other people, old heads or like your family, friends, this and they're like they're trying to give you game, but at what point do you go like, all right, the stove is hot? They told me, stop. Damn, they right. Stop. At what point you go like, hey, the stove's hot? You go, you know what? You're right. But that for everything though, so just really kind of being tapped into what people are saying and like kind of get some people's blueprint, man, for the young folks, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely mentorship. That's a big one.
Do you draw characters? Like, I mean, I know you do your characters, but like,
You mean like Drake? You mean like a Drake character
Goofy
or something?
like that?
huh? Yeah, Goofy. Like,
Yeah, Drake Goofy.
Nah, honestly, everything that
Well, I'm just. He said it, bro.
everything that I paint or draw, is there's no like reference of I'm doing this. Like you won't see like anything you recognize on my
The
work.
reason I asked is because I can't draw, but I used to want to draw. So I would buy these books from the library on how to draw.
Right.
They always have the pencil, and then it's like these little circle images.
What with the arrows or something?
Yeah.
Nah.
You know.
Because I was making my own characters though. So I made the dude with the afro, had a pick in his head. You know what I'm saying? That was like my main guy back in the day. So I used to.
Did you have to draw the skeleton, or did you just draw the?
So you talking about like Art 101, basically?
Pretty much.
You mean like the stick figure first and then build the body on top of it?
Yes.
No, I didn't do that. But that's still stuff like that. Like even for like graffiti letters, like that's still like if you just skeleton the letter out and then bubble around it, you can't tell when you're done with it. So there's still some elements like basic elements of drawing that are like transcend all like to the highest levels, But as far as like anything like I was drawing characters that were already things, no, I was always making up my own things.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, so he wasn't drawing Goofy Drake.
Yeah. Here, my next question is
He gonna draw you, man.
Yeah. What role did music play in helping you develop your style and characters?
That's a good question too, because music has so much to do with the frequency of your hand, your brushstroke, and like the vibe you're on at the moment. For the most part, I paint to like acoustic guitar, like Spanish guitar. I like jazz. More like mellow, kind of like not a lot of words. I don't want to be influenced by words. Even having to hear it sounds like noise a little bit to me. Words, you know what I'm saying? So I got my incense going, I got my mood going in there like that. But I like to paint more like jazzy, kind of funky vibes like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll put the hip hop on when I'm in there doing some, getting down too. But that's kind of more my vibe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, well, I don't know if you've seen, but out here we had like it was like abandoned. Well, I won't say it was an abandoned building, but it was a building downtown, and it was like a high rise, and like all these banging it, like, and because sometimes it's so crazy.
By SoFi, right?
Yeah,
downtown.
And we be tripping on Staples. How they get up there. How this, like even on the freeway sometimes.
It's like 100 floors.
I be like, well, damn, how do you do this and that? And just the timing, it's like.
So they did Miami first.
Okay.
So in Miami, they did downtown. So it's the guys that are out there like committed. Some of these people are doing some unbelievable. They're repelling off the buildings.
Yes.
They're sneaking in. I mean, they're going to find where there's a will, there's a way. And these are people who are dedicated to the craft. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you put up the obstacles or something like that, they're gonna find a way anyway, But I love it. I love getting out in the street like that. I didn't get to get on either one of those buildings, but I know some of the homies that did.
Right.
But it also too is funny because that's also an eyesore for the city. Before, not without before the artwork. It's just sitting there, old building, nothing's happening to it. Now when it goes and gets banged like that, now it brings all this attention to it. Now they're starting to move on it now a little bit, but. I think they should just. I mean, you see it in Miami. It's beautiful to me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, and just the commitment to that.
Right.
But ain't nothing like that gets you out there in the street like that. Off the side of the freeway, all that kind of stuff like that.
Because that's the original. That's for the love. That's the pureness of it.
Right.
Like the authenticness. Right, doing that.
Because it can get your heart. It gets your heart going too. And there's an element that you're not supposed to be out there.
There you go. Right. The danger part of it.
B Street, Ramon. You know what I'm saying? You remember that? That's when I really got in touch with art too. That how dangerous it was from Beach Street. You seen Beach Street?
Yeah, I seen it, but I'm not remembering that part.
Oh, see, okay, it's good. Razor Ramon, he was the basis of the movie actually, because then when he got killed, that's when they had the song. Do you believe?
All right.
Believe it.
Come on, Fred Jackson, hold on.
Like, that was a good movie, but the art.
I think Crush Groove was more my thing. I gotta go back and watch B Street.
Yeah, Crush Groove was good. B Street was the classic one. B Street was better than Breaking, bro. I think
it was better than Breaking.
Yeah, bro. Hands down. Hey, what y'all think? B Street or Breaking? Let us know.
We doing this again with Eddie Murphy.
B Street
is better than Breaking.
Come on, I'm sorry. Hey, Turbo.
Ozone rolling over in his grave right now.
Right.
I'm saying, see,
Ice-T, where you at?
I'm saying that because you like Turbo with the doing this little broom movement, like you know what I'm saying. You like
taught Michael Jackson the moonwalk.
I look familiar. Some shit I saw next door.
Oh yeah,
the movements with the little broomstick.
We can show that soon too.
Wait,
that's gonna be hilarious, man.
For that.
That's gonna be dope, man.
But yeah, Brian, man, thanks for stopping by, man, and getting to tell us your story, getting to showcase and talk about your art, man, and just a wonderful person you are, man. Let's give him, since it's UCLA, we'll give him an A clap.
Yes. Yes.
That's what's up, though.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming out, man.
Let everybody know if you got anything upcoming or your social medias or anything like that.
Yeah, so upcoming would be Art Basel. Art Basel's December, first week of December out in Miami. That's always...
That sounds fire.
Yeah, it's dope. It's a lot. If you don't like art, you're gonna have an amazing time. If you love art, you're gonna have an amazing time. If you don't like traffic and crowds, you're gonna have an amazing. Nah, you're not gonna have a good time. But it's sexy. It's sexy. It's fun. So that's coming up. I'll be showcasing some stuff like that. I'll probably do an exhibition at the House of Genius, my studio.
Okay.
Do that as well.
And where is that located?
That's in Hollywood, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah. Hollywood, Florida. So do that. And then my socials is just Brian Poli-Dixon Art, both on Instagram, Facebook, and then my website, brianpolidixonartwork.com. it's that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to paint everything, so
Yes, sir.
it's all up.
As you should.
Yeah, but I appreciate y'all.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Check it out, man. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, so y'all already know we're here. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. You have any questions for
Subscribe.
us? You have any questions for Brian? You let us know. Hey, Beach Street or Breaking? Come on, man. Beach Street, bro.
Breaking, bro. Breaking.
Come on, man.
All right.